the endgame, is where many games are decided. Yet, so many players don't study it enough. Learning just a few endgame techniques will make a huge difference in your ability to win games. In this lesson, we'll cover the key principles of endgames and the must know checkmating patterns. Now I will talk about key endgame principles. The first one, king's activity. Unlike the opening and middle game, the king becomes a powerful piece in the endgame. You should centralize your king to control more squares. Now the second important topic, opposition. This concept is critical in king and pawn endgames. If your king is directly in front of your opponent's king, with one square in between, you control the opposition, which can win you a game. Now third concept, pawn structure. Passed pawns like this pawn with no enemies or no enemy pawns blocking them should be pushed forward as quickly as possible. For example, this is not a passed pawn because this pawn is blocking it. And the fourth concept, cutting off the opponent's king. If you can restrict the movement of the enemy king, you can gain a huge advantage in endgames. For example, you can promote here like this. Now let's discuss basic checkmate patterns. Let's discuss king and queen versus a king. Queen must control key squares to push the enemy king towards the edge before delivering checkmate. Let's see how to do that. Cutting off queen like this, king like this. He goes there, continue cutting him like this. He goes there, we cut the second rank off. He goes here, we cut the square by square. Goes here, we go there, he goes here. We don't go there because it's a stalemate. We let our king come, and after some moves, it's checkmate. Now let's discuss king and a rook versus a king. The rook should restrict the opponent's king before forcing it to the board's edge for a checkmate. We're forcing him to go down a rank because he can go here, 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 or here. He has to come down here. If we move here, he comes to attack our rook. We move here, he comes back. We move here, he comes here. We force him down the second rank now. He comes down again. We go after him. He attacks our rook, we move it. It comes to e2. We push it back to the first rank. And we do the same exact thing. Follow him. He attacks our rook. We go back. Goes to the corner to not get checkmated. We go to b3. Goes to b1. And checkmate. Now let's discuss common endgame mistakes. The first one is stalemating the opponent when winning. For example, moving a queen too close to the enemy king without giving them a legal move. At the endgame, both of the players most of the time have low time on the clock, so just do these simple mistakes like this. Now king has no squares to go, and also it's not under attack, so it's a stalemate, which means a draw. Another mistake can be not activating the king early enough. Leaving your king on the back rank gives your opponent a space advantage. Like here, black already has space to promote the pawn, which now white has to pay for which. Another mistake can be 20 pieces when ahead in pawns. If you have more pawns, keeping the pieces on the board can be more effective. And now last topic, endgame training tips. To improve your endgame skills, you should practice king and pawn endgames. Those are the foundation of all endgames. Study famous endgame positions from players like Capablanca and Magnus Carlsen. Use online endgame drills on platforms like chess.com that I'm using right now or Lichess to sharpen your technique. Mastering the endgame is key to converting advantages into wins. Keep practicing and soon you'll be finishing games like a pro. Thanks for watching our chess series. Let us know what topics you'd like to see next.